Hello, Aries. How's it going? Welcome to your May 2026 reading. Let's see what energies want to pop up for us today. Now, keep in mind, we do have two full moons. Oh, one of them is a blue moon. We have one on Friday, May 1st, and another one on May 31st. So this is a double whammy in May. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, your core energy, Judgment, Crossing, Seven of Pentacles. Crowning you is the Three of Pentacles. At your base, your past, Ten of Swords. Ah, I get it. What is leaving is the Ace of Pentacles. A little sour taste in your mouth, honey. This looks like an opportunity that... Oh, that's not the Ten of Swords at your base. That's the Eight of Swords. My bad. Eight of Swords. You're being very cautious about who you are cooperating with. Absolutely. Before you, the world. Your strengths. Seven of Wands. Yeah, that's very Aries energy. Your environment. Nine of Swords. Your hopes and fears. The Hanged Man. This is a very interesting read. And outcome, the Chariot. Okay. Aries, we have you here that you are before you make any decisions, you really got to think about them first. Because it looks like from the past, you had a tendency to get yourself into predicaments that it's almost like all that glitters isn't gold, but you thought it was gold. And we have an opportunity, an offer here, a seed planted that didn't go anywhere. And you kind of got yourself trapped in it. And it kind of saying, you questioning your own good judgment. You're crowning you have that Three of Pentacles there. You know, where am I going to invest my energy and who? This feels like you might even be being extra harsh on yourself. Questioning, how could I have gotten myself into this mess? But if you look over here to the future, that's the world. Left side is something closing, right side is something opening, and it's right here. So you're closing out a chapter in your life. And you're very good at defending yourself. You're very good at standing your ground. And you hold your position. And you may even have held your position whatever this is that you got yourself stuck in the 3D. Now, there's a little bit of concern around your environment. You may be worried about your environment, and we are going to take a closer look at this. The Hanged Man in your hopes and fears, it's like, I need some time to really look at things differently and to gain a new perspective. But what if I miss the boat? If I take too long? And the Chariot here in your outcome is you're moving somewhere. Something's moving forward. Okay, let's unpack that, and I'm using another deck to do so. Let's take a look at this. I want to look at this Judgment. You know, this thing here where you're questioning your own, you've been questioning your own better judgment. But you're, with the Seven of Pentacles, you are taking your time to evaluate your investments. Now, yeah, I'm not getting indication if this is work, money, home life, love. We don't have that indication yet. But let's see what we've got here. Nine of Pentacles, yeah, I get that. Or nine of Wands, I mean. Eight of Cups. And Seven of Swords. This is definitely feeling like I'm being very strategic and I'm putting up my defense. And I'm leaving something behind that was not fulfilling. Something, I'm feeling like the Great Escape, especially with this Eight of Swords at your base. Because you have the Seven of Swords here. Seven of Swords is sometimes sneaking around. Sometimes it could be deception, self-deception. But in your case, I'm feeling more as the escape. You know, and when you have the Eight of Cups here, I am walking away. I'm escaping this situation, and I'm putting up a line of defense behind me. That's what this is. You are blocking out whatever this is from the past that was not, that you feel was not for you, that you felt was a trap. You're putting up a defense line here with this Nine of Wands. I'm blocking this. I'm walking away. And you may even be doing it very quietly. Okay, what is this? What did you get yourself trapped in here? Okay, we've got the King of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, notice we have the Seven of Wands here and the Seven of Wands in your strength. This is why I like to do 2 decks. I can see duplicate energy. And then we have the Seven of Cups. This feels like a situation where someone portrayed that this situation, that they were offering you protection in disguise. It was like all an illusion. In disguise of commitment, hermit, or hierophant, Page of Cups. But when you looked into the cup that they were offering you, it wasn't exactly what you thought. Kind of a little bit surprised there. Somebody I just get this very rigid rules. Whoever this is, they're very self-absorbed. Something that was presented as a cup of commitment. But I'm getting the feeling that this was... Now, let me just say, every card has its positives and its negatives. This is somebody, King of Pentacles. I wouldn't be surprised if this was a Taurus, or this happened a while back, maybe last Taurus season. But they were not very clear. I'm just getting a downright illusion. They presented you with a fantasy that you found out really quick was not for real. And it was in the disguise of a commitment. Five of Cups, regret, loss. Three of Pentacles, again. This is why you're really careful. You regret investing your time and energy and cooperating in this situation. Cooperating with this person. Temperance. Yeah, some time has passed. Some time has passed. And you've been going through a healing process. Now, out of all the healing cards in the tarot, believe it or not, Temperance is the harshest, because there's a lot of movement, a lot of turbulence with tossing those waters back and forth from cup to cup. So this is not an easy transition. It's no wonder you were like, I need to get away from this. I need to walk away, but I need to do it quietly. That's why we had that Seven of Swords there with that Eight of Cups. And then you had right behind it, you had that Nine of Wands. I'm tired of this. I need to put up a defense. I need to protect my future. And they presented this like it was a golden coin, the best thing in the world. But it feels like they presented themselves as all fantasy. And that's all that I'm getting there. But you're definitely, you've learned to use some discernment and better judgment in whomever you choose to cooperate with. Now let's move forward through, okay, the world. There's no question what you're closing. This is all this past stuff, okay? This is your experience, that you're closing that door. And you know what they say? You know, with this world card here, you're closing that door, but when one door closes, another one opens. So the world card, it's turning, right? It's turning away from this noise, this trap that you found yourself in. And I like the fact that you're willing to open up. Now this came out in the reverse, Nine of Cups in the reverse. I got to take it that way. That's the way it fell out of the deck. 10 of Pentacles. Okay. You're closing that cycle that was not your wish fulfillment. But you're also telling me I don't want to do that again. This new cycle I'm opening to is not this. I don't want anything even closely resembling this. My desire is not. It's like right now, Aries, you're at a place where I don't desire to build anything long-term with anyone. That's what it feels like your stance is right now. And your strengths. The Seven of Wands. You definitely know how to stand up for yourself. You're not allowing anybody to knock you off kilter. Four of Swords. And you're at peace with that. Four of Cups. You're very good at warding off any kind of cups that try to present itself to you. You may still be in a place of healing. We saw that with the Temperance. The Four of Swords could also represent healing and rest. Right now, you're taking a break. That's what I'm getting. No, I don't want any cups. No. Let this cup pass me. I do not desire Eight of Cups in the reverse, 10 of Pentacles. I do not desire any kind of commitment or family-related situations. I feel like I'm talking to a very independent Aries, or somebody who's learning to be independent, because you are taking your time to heal from this situation. And I feel like I mean, the cards themselves aren't being real specific of exactly what it was, but you were swindled, you were lied to, something wasn't what it seemed. All that glitters isn't gold, and you found that out the hard way, and you're like, I'm done right now. I do not desire this anymore. And therefore, and it worries you. Maybe there's these cups. Let's find out what these worries are. Worries are Wheel of Fortune, afraid of change. Afraid of change and the world. Coming full. You're afraid of history repeating itself. So you put up this big defense, warding everything off. This is just telling me that you're still trying to heal, Aries. There's the Chariot. But there's still something. The universe is still trying to push you forward. Because I think, from what I feel like, the Aries I'm talking to mentally is still stuck in the muck. Excuse me. And you're definitely, you're closed off to new beginnings in love, relationships, or whatever this is. But there's definitely some movement in your environment. It seems to be something is trying to open, and the universe is calling you, okay, we've been telling you to close this out. You got the world here twice. And it almost scares you. There's a fear there. A fear of commitment. A fear of allowing yourself to be vulnerable and to open up. You've got a lot of defensive cards here. And that makes sense why the Hangman is showing up in your hopes and fears. You're hoping you could put this off for a while. Take a time out. Not right now. Not right now. I'm thinking Five of Pentacles. Yeah. Eight of Pentacles. The Tower. Yeah, you're afraid that if you don't put this off, that everything's going to blow up on you. You're afraid of, here I go, if I put the work into this new connection, this new situation, it's all just going to blow up in my face. The flip side of that coin is, you know, the Hangman could indicate some healing through gaining new perspective. This Five of Pentacles here is that being left out on the cold, being lonely, or being alone. And I feel like it's more of, I'm going to be alone, or the need to be alone in order to work on me. I need to restructure myself. And that Tower, with all their hanging out there with the Hangman, is through revelation, gaining a new perspective. You know, I'm not going to argue with this cluster here, because at Five of Pentacles, I think this is a prevention measure. I need to restructure myself. I need to look at my connections from a different light, in a different perspective, so that I don't wind up out in the cold. So I don't wind up abandoned or hurt over. It's basically so I don't repeat the same mistakes again. And it's echoing that I'm going back to that Four of Pentacles in your crown, that I have to be conscious of the connections that I make. I have to agree with you on that. As I really want to know what's driving this Chariot, because you've got it here twice. I really want to know what's driving this Chariot. Two of Wands. You know, that's at crossroads. Four of Pentacles. I'm seeing the crossroads. This is telling me what the crossroads is. Do I stand my ground and stay here, protect myself, block everything out? Or Ace of Swords. Do I let that new idea, that new seed come through? Do I communicate? Do I take up that sword and charge forward? Or do I stand back and continue to protect myself? We're going to have some of you Aries that's going to do the first option. Nope, I'm going to stand still. I'm not letting anything in. I'm blocking it all. I'm protecting my heart. And we're going to have some of you Aries that's going to take up that sword and say, okay, it's time. And you see things very, very clearly, the way forward. Nine of Pentacles. Yep. I'm going to protect myself. I'm going to stay single. I'm doing fine on my own. Page of Wands with the Ace of Swords and Knight of Cups. Honey, Aries, there is definitely a cup coming forward. There is somebody going to be extending their cup towards you. You're going to receive that communication. And that's why you're going to be at this crossroads. This is like, do I or don't I communicate? Do I engage this person? Do I take that chance? Do I let that door open? Or am I going to stay in the same place, be content being single and protecting myself? And if you, I just got to ask, I got to be nosy. If you open up, if you answer the call, judgment, if you answer the call, I feel like it's going to reawaken something in you. Okay? Two of Swords, Six of Swords, Ten of Swords. Damn. It's going to awaken something in you. But there's still that sense of denial. There's still that sense of, I don't know if I can make this decision because I was stabbed in the back in the past. I've been trying, what you're telling me is you're saying, Jen, I've been trying to move past this. I've been trying to transition. You're in a transition period. And I just feel that you think that the timing is off. You may be more capable than what you realize. So Aries, with all these other things coming up here, I think you still have some work to do on yourself. I still say that something is coming in with this Knight of Cups here. Somebody extending their heart, their cup towards you. And you're gonna feel inspired, but you're gonna be conflicted at the same time. If you're not ready, you're not ready. Queen of Pentacles is taking care of oneself. The Devil having the doubts and the fear. King of Cups. I feel like I have a mixed bag here with Aries. Some of you are definitely going to be ready to open up to this and with a full heart space, with emotional maturity here. You got somebody coming in, definitely, with a cup. But you still feel tied and chained to past experiences and the need to protect your own heart, your own sense of independence with that Eight of Pentacles, or Nine of Pentacles, I'm sorry. But there's doubt and fear here. So I feel like some of you are ready, some of you are not. But there is change happening. You got the Chariot twice. It's going to come in rather quickly. You got the World twice, about one door closing, the other door opening. And it's about having that courage to allow that door to open, to experience new things. I still feel I'm not seeing any red flags with a new person coming in. 6 of Wands. Oh, they're going to announce themselves, believe me. 8 of Wands. Oh, they're coming in quick. They're communicating. And they're saying, hi, Aries, I am here. I am here. Okay. So, you have to decide which camp you're in. Are you the one that needs more work, or are you ready? Because I feel like there's 2 camps here. I'm seeing 2 timelines. But I want to grab some oracle cards. So let's go ahead and get a couple cards. And we got some jumpers already. The Shooting Star. Beautiful. That's the time you make your wish. That's your wish fulfillment. That's like the 9 of Cups. Turned upright. What about this wish? The Pegasus. A certain desire, a certain wish, something you've been wanting, really taking flight. It's going, you know, I said this Chariot. The Chariot's very fast moving. Something's going to happen very quickly. We've got the Resolve. Okay, this is about whatever the situation in the past. Once it is resolved, a certain desire, a certain wish is going to manifest itself rather quickly. So I feel like now I'm getting more of the bigger picture here, Aries. Once you fully resolve this thing from your past, then all this person, this who's coming in with to give you their cup will happen rather quickly. The heroine, the waterfall, and the victory. Yeah, that's how this is. I'm probably reading for a female, but we have a feminine energy here. This is healing the feminine side, that heart space. And being successful. Once you successfully heal, that wheel turns and that other door opens. I'm glad I got that oracle deck out. Okay, that's what I have for you, Aries. I hope this helped. Feel free to comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.